Drug discovery, development, and commercialization. The DDC course objectives are the drug discovery process, from the target to investigation on new drug application in IND, pharmaceutics and life cycle strategy plan, clinical development, IND to new drug application, NDA submission, clinical studies design, regulatory requirements to file IND and NDA, intellectual property strategy, commercialization strategy, marketing strategy, managed markets, strategic partnership, and business development. Work in multifunctional team.
In drug research and development, the patient is the main focus. The mission for Novartis is to help the patient overcome a disease and improve their quality of life. The drug development process is designed to ensure that innovative new medicines are effective, safe, and available for patients in the shortest possible time. The first step in drug development is to discover the best targets for treating or preventing a disease. Targets are usually proteins in the patient's body, which are associated with a disease, or proteins in microorganisms causing a disease. The challenge is to identify which proteins are relevant and, more importantly, confirm their role in a disease. Increasingly, Novartis focuses on understanding cellular networks of proteins, or pathways. A single protein may transmit messages to several other proteins, sometimes in multiple pathways, affecting their function. Knowing how these pathways work and interact helps to identify the most appropriate target for a drug.
The pharmaceutical market in 2011. There were spent more than $555 billion United States dollars. In the head of this commercialization is the North America with the 36%, followed by Europe in the 25%, Japan with the 12%, Africa, Asia, and Australia with 13%, and Latin America and China with 7%. The fundamental changes. The capacity to innovate is the forefront of property for CEO. Dependent inspiration, low R&D productivity are leaving many farmers with uncertain revenue streams. Major changes to R&D, one-third of the CEO in pharmaceutical and life science, chemical, and technology industries. Pharma is shifting research resort to Asia. R&D spending in Asia is suppressed by EU levels. A financial institution predicts R&D spending in Asia likely to overtake the US levels before the 2020. The FDA approved 39% the new molecular entities in 2012, almost twice the number approved in 2010, highest number since the mid-90s. We see the head in this scale was the cancer with the 12%, followed by the respiratory and renal diseases.
Drug discovery. Several methods like high-throughput screening and computer-based design are used to find chemical compounds or biologics that bind to the identified target. If a compound modulates the target in a way that is expected to alter the disease, this so-called hit will be refined to improve its safety and effectiveness, eventually becoming a drug candidate. Discovering and bringing one new drug to the market typically takes an average of 14 years of research and clinical development efforts and costs around $2 billion. Of 10,000 or more hits tested in early drug discovery, only one may eventually lead to a drug that reaches the market.
The few breakthroughs drugs available for first time in 2012 was the Ivaclafur, first treatment that targeting the undetermined mechanism of cystic fibrosis. Tofacitinib, first rheumatoid arthritis treatment in the new class of Janus kinase inhibitors, and the first new oral disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drug for RA in more than 10 years. Lorcaserin, first weight loss prescription drug to reach market in 13 years, an innovative molecule lorcaserin, a serotonin receptor agonist. Spending leading therapy areas. Absolute spending growth against highest for antipsychotics, antidiabetes, respiratory agents, autoimmune diseases, and lipid regulators. Especially less spending up to more than 10% in multiple sclerosis, autoimmune disease, and HIV antivirals.
In the late preclinical stage, further experiments are conducted on the drug candidate to ensure it is safe for patients and has the required pharmacokinetic properties, like appropriate absorption and metabolism by the human body. These experiments are executed with extraordinary diligence to minimize any risks to human test subjects. Animals play a critical role in the drug discovery process as well. Although much research and development can be done using various experiments or using computers, complex disease mechanisms can often only be understood through the use of animal studies. Also, governments and regulatory authorities require that medicines be tested in animals before they are tested in humans. Novartis keeps this research as limited as possible and always ensures that animal research is scientifically acceptable according to current standards and regulations. For these reasons, Novartis continues to use animals in its quest to find innovative, safe, and life-saving medicines for patients. At the same time, Novartis is committed to refining, reducing, and replacing the use of animals in research and upholding the highest standards in animal welfare.
The innovation, disrupting innovation. Cure disease or prevent disease and reduce mortality and morbidity. Incremental innovation. It depends on reduce the cost of care, improve the quality of life, safer or easier to use, improve patient and compliance. Issue Me Too drugs. Pharma race develop new products will all have the same mode of action. Maybe the third or fourth market entrant may be superior. Thanks.